Hello everyone, my name is Mehek. I hope you guys are fine and you all are safe. And like always, I also hope that you're reading. Back with another book that I finished reading, which is called Siddhartha, which is a hardcover. It's by Hermann Hesse. It's a beautiful hardcover. Now, because I'm a practitioner of Buddhism, I was obviously excited about this book, and overall I feel it has been a good book. This book is basically about this young man called Siddhartha who is on this spiritual journey, to find his ultimate purpose and to gain knowledge. About his story, he's born into a very prominent family. He's the son of a Brahmin, so he's always surrounded by devotion, religious texts, scriptures. They like all the teachings is just around him, and still, in spite of being exposed to all the kind of teachings and devotional text and scriptures, he still feels that there's something lacking, and deep inside he feels that he's, I would say, hungry for more, for the right kind of knowledge. It's like his soul is searching for something, and so he decides that he's going to leave all the riches and all the comforts of his and the future that his father has decided for him. He's going to leave that, and he's going to go on this journey. And so ultimately he decides to leave his family and go on this journey, and the only person who accompanies him is his childhood friend named Govinda. Now, on this journey, he meets 5 different kind of peoples. The first one he meets is this group of monks called the Samanas. Now, these monks basically believe that all the worldly pleasures or physical possessions are the source of pain. So they basically teach Siddhartha and Govinda, how to live a life with absolutely no possessions, minimal food, and basically live a life of nomads. So he spends some time with them. Thereafter, the second person he meets is, the enlightened one, Gautama Buddha. I wouldn't divulge more on that meeting because you have to read, and because it's really special. The third person he meets is actually a beautiful courtesan or a prostitute, and she's someone he meets, and she's someone who teaches him the mysterious ways of physical love. Thus he falls into this trap of lust and love. And the third person then he meets is a merchant. Now this merchant is someone who teaches Siddhartha the art of trading, and he kind of teaches him what it is to be a merchant. And basically Siddhartha starts living a life which is full of greed, money, and worldly pleasures, etc. And then eventually he meets there's one more, he then meets a ferryman called Vasudeva. So from Vasudeva he learns the language of basically to converse with the river, and the language of talking to nature and getting answers from nature. So these are the different people that I would say Siddhartha meets in his entire spiritual journey. And each conversation or each encounter that he has, as you can see, these are all different kind of people. There's like there's Gautama Buddha, there's a group of monks, then there is a merchant, and then there is a courtesan, and then there is a ferryman. So people from all walks of life that he meets, and each interaction that he has kind of shapes his perceptions or kind of gives him knowledge about various things that he's looking at, about the worldly pleasures, about the life of if you're living a life of a monk. And so he gains all this knowledge, but at the end of the day what he realizes is that whatever he was looking, whatever knowledge he was looking, it was all inside him. And he says that at the end of the day, he says that you are your best guide. The knowledge or the spiritual guide that you're looking is inside you. And through all these encounters that he have, and obviously he's exposed to a lot of problems and challenges, and every time he's exposed to challenges, there's like a voice inside him, like a home. He's built like a home inside him, inside his soul, which is, I would say, a calm and safe haven. And that's like the moral compass, and that is what he urges us all to have, that no matter what turbulence is in your outside world, there has to be a calm space that you can retreat to, for a spiritual guidance in your heart and in your soul. So that is what he does. I think the major takeaway from the book is that you the spiritual guide that you're looking is actually inside you, and that is where all your answers are. This is like the major takeaway from me, for me. But I'm going to quickly share some of the quick lessons, from the book that I have picked up. The first one is that you, like I said, you are your own guru. It's always nice to respect and learn from others, but know that you are your best guide. The second lesson, I picked up is that your journey is not like anyone else's. Everyone here has a different purpose, and you shouldn't be comparing your journey to them. The third lesson that Siddhartha teaches us, that there'll be always, if you are born as a human being, there's always going to be challenges and sufferings. It's important that you learn to embrace them. They are here for a reason. They are here to teach you, So it's, it's better you accept that fact and move on. The next teaching I got from the book was that release the impulse to constantly seek the next big thing, Practice mindfulness, be in the present moment. Only, if you replace the impulse with an ability to remain open, aware and humble, this is how you will grow. Like, always do not look at the big picture. Look at, it's like the small things make the big picture. So like that. The next lesson was that our actions of today are what defines us. So live in the present. The next was, you must live by and trust your life purpose. Each one of us. So there's a very interesting example in the book that, of a stone. And, Siddhartha is saying everyone has a purpose, even a stone. And so you should always feel that you're worthy, you're born, you're worthy of something, you have your own unique purpose. The last thing that he teaches us is that change is the only constant, which is obvious. By trusting yourself and the universe, you can begin to flow with the waves of change rather than resist it. So these are the major, I would say, lessons that I've picked up from the book. At the end, I think I just want to say that, this is obviously a spiritual and philosophical read, but like most of the spiritual and philosophical reads that I've picked up before, this is not heavy. It's a very, I think these are like 200 pages, so it's a quite easy and quick read, I would say. It doesn't sound like everything is like going bouncer or something, so that ways I felt, comparatively it was very easy and quick read. But if you're someone who has never picked up a spiritual or philosophical read, you might feel like at a few instances that what is he talking about. But if the subject is not new to you, then it's a really enjoyable read, I would say. So yeah, that's all on this lovely book. There are some absolutely wonderful quotes also in this book. I think where one was on that we should not be really judging people. And yeah, so Siddhartha says that it's not for me to judge another man's life. I must judge, I must choose only purely for myself alone. So I can only judge myself alone. I am no one to judge, other people in my life. So yeah, that's all on this book. I'm going to see you guys next week with another title. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.